play right off. I do. I think we got probably 10 guys that we think that come in and play this year, but we got to get some guys in that's in the transfer portal that we know that's going to be ready to go because, if y'all look at it, and y'all know this yourself, is that everybody, you got a lot of these college teams, D1 teams and D2 guys, they don't even look at high school guys now. They're going straight to the portal because it's a win now because their job is on the line. And so that's a lot of things that they're doing. And I always tell coaches, hey, it's nothing against your player, but it's always a win now for these coaches. And I see it more now since I'm on this side of it because, I started out, I want this high school guy. I want this high school guy. One of the coaches had been there for 30 years. He said, hey, listen, he said, with this new portal, he said, you're going to have to go into it. We lost a lot of guys. Do you want to win 2, 3, 4 years down the road, or you need to win some games this year? You better go in that portal and get these guys. See, because when you lose a guy that's transferring as a starter, or you lose a guy that's a senior, you got to replace that guy.
Yeah.
You got to replace him. So, and I get it every day from coaches sending it to me, asking me about high school kids, and I'm like, man, I like him, but we don't have any money for that. I get him as a walk-on and come in, he pans out, and then we he can play this year, but we're going to have to get guys that's ready to play now.
Well, Coach, what kind of, are you doing any camps or anything that these high school kids need to be coming to so they can, get in front of you compared to just sending a highlight film? How important is it getting in front of the college coaches these days if you're a high school kid?
Right now, what a lot of kids is going to happen, especially around spring, like in April, because April the 15th, the portal opens back up. And so that's what a lot of teams right now are waiting on college teams. So, a lot of coaches out there, that's one of the things, a lot of them sending emails asking us about, what I think about this kid. And, I have to tell them always, I say, hey, portals open up on April 15th. We got to watch the kids that's in the portal right now. I'm sorry, but we'll make sure we keep them on the list. But one of the things we're getting ready to do probably right after our spring practice on April the 12th, we're going to do an unsigned camp, and so we can see if there are some guys we can pick up out of there also. And then after that, we're going to probably have some of the guys we signed and some of the guys as juniors. And so we'll have a lot of people coming to the spring game that we already, tabbed out on our list to come. And so, it's going to be big because, Miles band, I think they're going to have a lot of high school band. They're going to fill up one side of the whole stadium. So, they supposed to be the number one HBCU band last year. And I think I've seen them 1 or 2 times. So I guess I get a chance to see what they're really about.
Man, I know that's the Coach. I'm gonna tell you this. Talk about that cafeteria, Coach. Y'all be in that cafeteria tearing it up, Coach. Being at a Division II school that got a cafeteria, how big is that, Coach?
Yeah, it is. One of the things everybody always look forward to. You have administration and everybody, people that's in the city. They count on Wednesday, and it's called Fried Chicken Wednesday, and it's chicken, fried chicken. They got candy yams, macaroni and cheese, collard greens. So when you come in there, they got the DJ going, everything. So it's different. It's different. I know the first day I got there, I went in and on a Monday, and then on Tuesday, and then Wednesday, and next time I come in, I looked up in the corner. I said, DJ over there playing, okay. And I went to looking around, line long, all outdoors, and they were like, it's Fried Chicken Wednesday, Coach. I said, they were like, everybody's here. I said, okay, I see that now. But, it's kind of different. So, Andre Smith and I would laugh, said, ooh, what if we had this down to Alabama? We just started laughing. I said, yeah, that would be different, wouldn't it? kids have a good time, especially with the cafeteria. They do a good job there on campus.
Having Andre Smith on your staff from University of Alabama, how does that help you, Coach, as a head coach, having a guy that has all that expertise on your staff to help you on the collegiate level?
And I tell you, he's on the offensive side of it. I always have, a lot of the linemen sending me film. And so what I do, I look at it and I send it to him. And I look at some things and I say, okay, I know what I think about it. Let me see what he's going to say. And so after a couple of times sending it to him, and he telling me different things, I said, okay, I see what he's looking at now. So I started sending things to him, and I said, hey, this guy right here, feet slow as hands. And he's like, Coach, you think you're our offensive lineman? I said, man, you need to talk to me last month about what you're looking at now. But I tell you, he's doing a good job. You know, we got a lot of, entire offensive line from last year is gone. So, he got some young kids, that's still here that he's kind of teaching up, and he's doing a good job. And, he got a lot of, good guys coming in right now, that we probably have enough that he's signed that really has played college football that we signed that he's going to bring in. So, I think we're going to be okay, especially on the offensive line side of it, from the quarterback position. And, we recruited 3 or 4 real good receivers. I'm still trying to get one down from in the Mobile area, trying to make sure he's okay to come in. So if I get that one from that area, we'll be good. It'll be real good, as a matter of fact.
Oh, that's one of Jeff's favorite players there.
Oh, yeah?
Jeff, hey, Jeff, you here?
Yeah, you talking about Tyreek Hill now?
Yeah.
Hey, that's what I call it. I'm trying to see if I can make sure he's eligible and get him in.
Yep. Yeah, he's one of my all-time favorites, man. Just a part of a line. He's a great young man, for real. He is.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a dream come true for me, for him to play for somebody like you and y'all staff.
Oh yeah, I'm working on it, trying to get him in. So
Good. I'm excited. I was hoping that could end up working out. I've been praying on it, so I'm just praying crossed and keep looking up.
Oh yeah.
What are questions you got for Coach Goode, Jeff? I know you probably got some.
I mean, you've about answered all the questions I had. He's got receivers coming, 4 good ones. I mean, you got Andre Smith. I mean, not only NFL experience, but at one time the nation's #1 recruit for left tackle. I don't think it gets any better than that as an offensive line coach. Basically told it the way it is, though, with the portal right now. And, it's kind of sad but true for these high school guys. So you really have to stick out like a sore thumb compared to, even back in our days with some top junior colleges. I mean, this 2020 kind of changed everything. And, eligibility for those kids and the extra years they got, or year. And, now everybody, they just pull from it. So, I mean, really got to stand out. And I think it's just people wonder, but when you hear it coming out of the mouth of a college head coach that's played in the NFL and at the University of Alabama, I mean, it's just, do you have anything else you could say out there? I guess that's my one question, Coach, to some of these kids that's trying their best to make it to college football, period.
Oh yeah, one of the things that when I get a lot of coaches or kids that sending me film, I always tell them, just keep sending your film out, because you never know what happens after spring, meaning when April comes, or in May, or if you have someone that's trying to offer you something right now, it's probably a pretty good idea if you go ahead and take it, because there's not that many chances for high. If you're not really a 4 and 5 star, it's hard. It is hard. And you all know just as well as I do, there's a lot of kids that's not 4 and 5 stars that just as good as 4 and 5 stars. But you got some college teams, they're looking at it that, they're not getting a 4 and 5 star. Even some of the 4 and 5 stars they looking at, if they can get a transfer guy from a D1 school that's already playing, they even are bypassing that now. And I thought maybe they're gonna take a 4 and 5 star. There are some colleges that have been recruiting only transfer portal guys. Only. That's it. I've heard coaches tell me that lately. I'm like, wow. I'm like, yeah. They say, yeah, you might get that 4 or 5 star and he's good, but he still might not be good enough to play on this level. But when they told me that, I said, well, if you have some, why don't you send them to me then, 4 or 5 star?
Yeah.
Hey, I don't get that chance.
I'm telling you, send the 4 5 stars over the miles. I'm telling you.
I'll make a star out of him, that's for sure.
That's all right.
What advice would you give it's a bunch of kids down here having success, football players, running track and jumping and quarterback from Spanish Fort, he jumped to 24-3 the other day.
Woo!
Yes, yes.
That's good.
Last night, man, we was on here talking about that. Stuff like that puts you kind of in the front. Blunt got kid out there, TJ Miller, running a 10-7. Fairhope got a kid that ran a 10-9 the other day. I'm telling you, man, it's some football players that's putting up great numbers with track. Are you looking at some of those type of speed guys, coach? And athletic kids, that's doing track and field.
Oh yeah, I'm always looking for kids, especially the one that got speed, because that's one thing that on the field you can't replace, and if they're a pretty good athlete and then, they can run, and that's one of the things, we're looking at, especially on the receiver side, in skill position. Even some of the big guys that has pretty good speed and, that's real strong. I just picked up a kid, I think out of Louisiana we're looking at, and he's a 10, if I'm not mistaken, a 10-2, 10-3 kid, I think.
God, dog.
Yeah. So
I know Blunt got the kid out there with a 10-7. TJ Miller, you remember him, coach? Over at Blunt. Good track guy. Definitely need to tell your track coach about him.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, for real, he can fly.
Track coach we had is from Linden, man. He was in the Olympics.
Wow.
Yeah, so he does a good job with a lot of guys. A lot of guys trying to get the speed down. He's helping a lot of those guys out as well. So, but it's
What about the kid, coach? This right here gonna get touchy. What about the kids who think that I can go play 7-on-7, and that's all I'm gonna do in the spring? Before I get back with my team. What advice would you give those kids who thinking that's gonna be the only thing that you have to do? Because it's a lot on running the 7-on-7 and skipping over track, building up that speed. What kind of advice you give the kids? The ones who just running, just only doing 7-on-7.
Yeah. Well, with me, even the ones that's running track or 7-on-7, and either way, it doesn't bother me. My main thing is as long as they're getting something done, from speed wise or football wise, because when it comes to skill guys, you got to think about it. Receivers and they DBs, quarterbacks, and all that, they doing 7-on-7. It's competition for them. Still competition. There's a lot of guys now that's D1 guys. They're doing it, but the thing is, they're doing the 7. A lot of times on 7-on-7. They may meet 1 or 2 times out of the week. So, they could be, even if they doing it in the summer, because a lot of high schools are doing it now anyway if they're on school. So it don't, it really doesn't faze me at all, and I try to stay out of all that because, that's not, because I always say that's not for me to say, what they're doing and, because it's kind of touchy situation. And, Coach asked me about it the other day. I said, Coach, all I'm looking for is football players. I don't care if he goes. I don't care what he do. I don't care if he work at McDonald's and go run in the day and don't do nothing. I said, all we looking for at the end of the day is a football player. I said, with a good attitude. That's the bottom line. I said, because, they didn't have all that 7-on-7 when we played. We worked and worked and running on the football field all the time. But, that's kind of. It's different for different schools, different coaches, and most coaches I've ran into, especially ones I talk to now, a lot of them like it either way, 7-on-7, or when it comes to the college side of it, it doesn't bother a lot of coaches. They fine with doing 7-on-7 or running track. They're like fine.
Coach, a lot of people don't know that your brother was the #1 recruit in the country. Pierre Goode, one of the fastest football players to ever play. Talk about, the stuff he used to do back there at that time, to help him with his speed. Up to world-class speed. Talk about that, coach.
Yeah, Pierre doing this, with track season, he did that, but then once track season over, because he's running such good times in hurdles and 100 and 200, Pierre was going to different college meets and I think he had to go over and I don't know if it was Spain or somewhere one time to run. So that was something he did all summer long when we were in school in Alabama. He ran the whole summer. That's just something he did. Once track season school was over, he was still running track. So
God, dog.
yeah. So
What was he clocked in the 40, Coach?
Pierre, when I was a senior, Pierre was on the track team. Pierre ran a 4.2, was it 4.22, I think it was.
Yeah. and Coach, tell everybody what you ran back then.
Got me in the league was 4.32. Right.
So
I tell the kids right now when they talk about the time they run and what their vertical is, and so I was joking them one day, and I had to tell them, I said, man, I had a vertical of 43, and they was like, what? I said, I had a vertical of 43. I said, I ran a 4.32, and that's what got me in the NFL. I just went over to UAB pro day, and they had, Miles, had 6 players from Miles, A&M, Alabama State, West Alabama, Sanford, UAB. So I had a lot of schools that's in the surrounding area that came to the camp. And so a lot of guys doing the vertical and 40, and, some of the guys I knew that was agents out there. And first thing I told 2 of the guys I knew that was agents, I said, well, that's one thing I can tell you. I said, they a player that they sort of looking at, I said, they come out here and get a vertical above 40, and they run a 4.3, they got a good chance of making it. I said, they don't do that, and you're a skilled guy, it's not going to happen. That's because too many guys out there doing it. I said, then if they're not getting invited to the national combine when they just had, or, they're not going to come to their school and do it because they're here at UAB. I said, so you got a player and a skilled guy, receiver, running back, or DB, that's the goal they gotta do. That's what they gotta do.
God, dog.
You're so right.
I know Desmond Little from Viger was out there. He ran a 4.53, and he an edge, 6'6", 260.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. What college? UAB?
UAB.
Yeah, I saw him. Yeah. Oh, he's a good looking kid too.
Oh yeah, he was on the 4x1 team when he was at Viger.
Oh yeah.
The state championship 4x1 team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
So all of it go together, Coach. That's what I be trying to, tell everybody. All of it goes together. It's really no wrong route to go. It's really what fits you.
Oh yeah.
As an individual.
Because you have some kids just not gonna run track, and they just gonna, they want to do the 7-on-7. Matter of fact, I love going to 7-on-7 camps. There's one, this coming Saturday, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it to it. But in the area, I get a lot of, Oh,
the one in Panama City.
He's always calling me and saying, "Hey, man, we got 7-on-7. We got some kids coming, on 7-on-7. You need to look at." So.
Yeah. But man, I'm telling you, man, it'd be a lot of competition out there at those 7-on-7, and I'm starting to do the track officials over here. So, man, I'm at these track meets, and man, it just blows me away. Like Tank Jones threw a 55 in the shot, #1 linebacker in the country. Stuff like
Where's
that.
He from? What's good?
St. Paul. St. Paul.
Okay.
That's the one Alabama did the article talking about. We must get him. They did an article. Oh yeah. St. Paul.
Wow.
Linebacker. And then Tudor boy, his sons. All his sons. And Cole, he got one in JUCO.
Oh, do he?
Yeah, down at Mississippi Gulf Coast. Safety, 6'4".
What?
Yeah, Mississippi Gulf Coast.
First year?
No, well, next year gonna be his second year. He's gonna be a second year pick.
Okay. So he'll be coming out after next year.
Yeah.
This season.
Might be coming out this season if somebody call him.
Yeah, there's a couple kids from the Mobile area that's down in the JUCO that Dude, some of them should have been the second year this year, unless they had a red shirt year. I think there was kids on Blunt, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
There's two of them.
Yeah. Oh, Jerry Brand, all them was down there at Mississippi Gulf Coast.
Yeah, I got some of them coming this year. Hope I can get out of there in JUCO this year. So there's some down in the area.
Coach, you got some big games coming up. Coach, we ain't even talked about your big games you got on the schedule this year. Talk about them classic games y'all got.
And our first one is Labor Day at the Box, man. We're playing in Canton, Ohio, playing Virginia Union. It's a Labor Day game, Sunday game, as a matter of fact, at the Hall of Fame game that we're doing. It's the ESPN NFL Network game that we're doing. Because our conference, we won the conference, and then Virginia Union won their conference. So we're playing them, and then we're playing September the 27th against Morgan State at the Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. We're playing up in that area. So that's kind of be a fun game for me because I've already called the Indianapolis Colts and let them know that I'm coming. So I think that so I called the defensive back coach. He's still there. And, he's like, oh, I'm not going to miss that one. I got to make sure I see you. So, I got some of my friends that I played NFL ball with that I've spoken with and told them about the game. And they all of them was like, oh, I'm definitely coming to that game. Give me that date so I can get a hotel right now. So it's gonna be big, and we got some of y'all, some of the parents from down that area coming down.
Okay.
Talked with Jaden Campbell dad today about it, and he was like, "Oh man, I been in Carolina that day, but I am making sure I'm coming right on over to Indianapolis."
A lot of people don't know who Jaden Campbell dad is. That's Mr. Campbell, the blues singer. Son is on the team up there at Miles. I'm telling you, boy, y'all better get up there. I already know Coach gonna have a concert. You gonna have one of those blues concerts up there.
Hey, try to any kind of way, help us get money.
Telling you.
Yep.
God, dog. Tell you, boy. Man, that's just crazy, man. And man, it's crazy. And a lot of people like, man, I know they're like, oh, they got Mr. Campbell's son. I'm telling you, man, just a great time to be at Miles. I'm telling you, man, we got a lot of Miles alumni.
And Jaden's a good kid. He went to Tuskegee because I didn't know his dad was at Tuskegee. He told me that's where he went to Tuskegee. So I spoke with him today about it, and he was like, "Man, I'm so happy with you." And so like I told him, I said, "Man, I said, don't worry, he got out of line. I got you." He's, "Oh, you got my permission." So, but he's a little bit different, man, than he was at Tuskegee because one of my coaches that was his DB coach. He's my defense coordinator now, and he was just talking about a lot of little things that he was doing. I said, "Well, don't worry about it. He's not gonna be the same. I can tell you that." And I said, "Not with me." I said, "We can get that." I told his dad. I said, "Oh, I got him for you." He said, "Thank you so much." I said, "I got him." He said, "Well, you got my permission, whatever."
Coach Hollis just joined the coach. Hey, Coach, you got some questions for Coach Good? I know you probably do.
Oh man, first I'd like to say, how you doing today, sir?
Man, good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well, man. It's good to see you on the show. Congratulations once again for being named a head coach of a prestigious institution and being able to carry that mantle and that flag, man. I only got one time. I can't look at what you're doing, man. That's probably that second week of the football season. When y'all make that trip to Montgomery.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I asked the AD they're doing. I said, "Man, why you keep getting me on these D1 games? These D1 teams?" I said, "We are D2, so it kind of load us up again next year." I said, "Now if y'all gonna move us to D1, I said make sure you have the budget so we can get a lot of these D1 players."
Y'all definitely make a great case when y'all do see the D1 programs, and that has set y'all up to be in the conversation, I think and believe. to
Oh
start
yeah.
making that transition, especially when you start seeing over in the MEAC on that East Coast region, how it's kind of falling apart a little bit because some of those schools are talking about dropping down to D2, while we're here in Alabama making a case for taking some D2s up to D1.
Yeah. Yeah. And see, and that's it. When we play Morgan State, they're in the MEAC. So that's we playing in the September the 27th game that we
Right.
play. So, and I think it'll be, they're a real good team. I think we'll make it real competitive for them. I think we can surprise people this year.
Oh, yeah.
What you got, Warren? I see you done made it back.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm back on here, man. Man, I ain't got too much nothing else. I'm
I'm
just waiting
telling
to
you, man, we
see.
got to get
So,
our questions, man. We'll get too many college coaches on here. We'll get too many coaches that we allow to come on here anyway.
he the hardest one to interview when you talk to him every other day.
I'm telling you.
He the hardest one to interview.
Cole Holland, you got anything else, Jeff?
I mean, I don't talk to Coach Good every day, but I talk to y'all every day. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, what you want me to ask? How's recruiting been? You want me to ask them the same thing CBS and Fox asking them? Like, come on, I don't know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It really ain't too big of the ins and outs when they get to that college game, and it is what it is at that point.
You're right. You're right about that because, well, I tell you, and we talking about that transfer portal, and that's one of, like I said earlier, I'm like, man, sometimes a lot of the high school kids are good players, and then you just have to let them know, so man, we just don't have it to where, we can really sign you because we're trying to get that, get in the transfer portal, because it's about us winning, we got to
Right
get
now.
guys that's ready.
Yeah, microwave generation.
Man,
That's a
yes.
question. Is yeah, Meeks one of the quarterbacks up there. He battling.
Mm-hmm. He gonna be good.
Tell me, we got to get up there and get some footage. Sure, we got to get to practice.
Yeah, you got to get on up that highway.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, Cole Good, me and Cole Holland be doing track now.
Hey, he
track a
trying to
6
go to
day a week
Birmingham
job
anyway.
for us, boy.
He trying to go to Birmingham anyway, so.
I try to do the track meet in Coleman this year.
Yeah, he trying to do the. I want to go to Gus Shaw. He want to go to Cub, and I'm like, man, cut it.
Can y'all talk about mixing academic money with athletic money? How does that work, Coach? Mixing the academic money with the athletic money. How important is for a kid to be academically eligible?
Yeah.
With high GPAs and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, and that's one of the things we talk to a lot of kids when they come in, because naturally you're gonna have the FAFSA, and then you'll have the athletic money that we give them, but because one of the things on we can do, we have like 36 scholarships a year that we can give out, compared to some of the other D2 schools, they're a lot lower than we are, but when you're dealing with the academic side of it, ours start at least a 2.9 up to when you get above the 3 something, you got different levels, from where you can get a $10,000 academic scholarship, or you can get a $20,000. Then they're going to add another one onto it now, which is president scholarship. That we don't know how much that's going to be. So we got a guy that's within the college, that handles a lot when it comes to the academic side of it, that we'll just give the kids information to them, and he'll run is, hey, this type of money we can give them. But now one of the things that a lot of the kids are not doing, and I tell them all that's coming to me now is that one first thing, and I know you all have heard this too, right? You don't have to take the ACT test and SAT. Because it's not required. No, it's not required, but if you want to get more academic money, you better take it. Because that's what some of your money
Say that again for the people already in the back court. Because somebody didn't hear you.
Yeah, because you don't, a lot of them, they tell you now it's not required, it's not. But the thing with us and most schools, just like we got kids coming in, perfect example, one of the guys from Viga, Bush, his ACT and his GPA is high. he's gonna get a full just because of all of that. But a
God,
lot of his money is coming from the ACT test that he took, and I got what it was. It had to be above the, if I'm not mistaken,
28,
he's
29.
above
He up there.
20. He's above the 24, 25 or something like that. So he has a lot of money coming to him. And so, when you talk about that, man, and if you just gonna go off your GPA part of it, that's good. But like I say, the ACT and SAT, you get more money. So that's why I always tell kids, go ahead and take that, because a lot of if you was at a D1 school, because a lot of times what they gonna do is say, okay, yeah, his GPA, his GPA is above 2.5, he's gonna be good. Whereas in D2 is 2.2. So it's different. D2 is 2.2, and you go with the D1 is 2.5. So, if you get a kid in and, he has it above 2.5 and he got I'm going to say 20-some, 22, 23 on ACT, you're getting academic money as well. So it's, and when it hit me is when I got there and one of the guys was talking to me about it, and they said, hey, did you take the ACT? And that's one of the things we harp on right now. Take that ACT, even though they saying you don't have to have it, but it's worth having it because you don't know what some more money could come from.
Man, that's crazy. Now, Coach, just hearing that, and KT, you was there that day. It put a little more pressure on me to realize how important we really were in that moment to be talking to the kids about the ACT at LaFleur that day.
Mm-hmm.
And when Dr. Williams asked us to speak to them the day before they took the test, because I really didn't know that they were really steering the kids away from taking it because it's not a test that they have to take anymore.
Yeah,
And
it's not, but it's like, and I was the same way then when I got the job, and I went to looking at everything and talking with the academic guy. He was telling me about, hey, they get more money if they got an ACT score, because that's coming from the college now. Now the college would say, yeah, you don't have to do it. So, a lot of kids, if you're not in the sports side of it, then yeah, you don't have to. But if you're on the sports side of it, it's crucial that you do take that ACT, SAT score.
Absolutely.
That is, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We getting firsthand information tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Because Coach, man, you've been down here, man. It's a lot of kids down here that know how to play football.
Oh yes.
Which is a good thing. But when it comes to time to start getting scholarships, what are some of the things that you guys look at for as the recruitment side? Because a lot of people think, oh, because I go to this certain school, it's gonna help me go, get a scholarship. What can the individual kid do that's not at one of them superior schools do to help get recruited? What advice would you give?
Well, one of the things that I know we kind of do as coaches, naturally we're gonna look at film, and then we look at, then we're gonna say, okay, let's see what his GPA is. Let's see, if he's taking the ACT, because a lot of that helps us a lot. We especially help the kid, because on a scholarship money that we give him, and then we trying to put a package together when it comes with the academic side of it as well. And then, they want to look at, one of the things, we fall into a lot is that a lot of kids, trying to make sure, they played and injury wise, because, we just got a kid in that we end up picking up, gave him money, and we did the field school. The next thing we know, he got to have shoulder surgery, so, but this is the thing, is in that scholarship package that if you coming in, you got an injury, that scholarship is voided. So that's one thing kids need to know. So if you come in, because it's a year-to-year thing. So you come in and it really ain't, really it's not even got anything to do with performance. Even though in the coach's mind it is. The thing is, you coming in and you being late for practice, don't show up on time, don't go to class, don't go to weights. All that factors in to the way you can lose your scholarship coming next year.
Oh yeah.
So and that's one of the things that we've been talking about as coaching staff, because we got a couple of them on the team right now that's scholarship money that we document that, hey, they might not have it next year. We're gonna replace them. So
Better
I'm keeping it. And hey,
we paying you to do some work.
You don't show up. You don't want to see what happens. Don't
A
go to the
lot of
weight
people
room.
need to hear that though, y'all. A lot of people need to hear this
Yeah.
because a lot of people feel like, oh, I can do whatever I want to do once I get on that scholarship. But man, it's almost like showing up to a job every day.
Man,
that's
you
what it is.
belong to the institution.
Man, you giving them money, they better show up, but they better show the practice on time. They better go to weights. They better go to class. I'm talking about, it's a list of everything. and what you got to realize, we document all this. We have to.
Man.
See, because then we're gonna try to get guys that want to do all of that. Because you get kids, a lot of kids, don't understand weight room and on the field and classroom all go together. And then if we get, naturally gonna have kids as knuckleheads, gonna do things, on campus being disrespectful. That's another thing. That we'll get rid of you for. We'll send you home.
It was something I wanted to ask. I can't think of it right now. But it has, oh, okay. Just say y'all offer a kid. What's the window that y'all pretty much get those kids to committable offers and non-committable offers? Do you what's the difference between that? Coach? I know you probably don't do the non-committable offers. I know you probably, if I offer you, I want you to commit.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Talk a little bit about that, Coach.
Yeah, we get a kid that we know we want, we offer it to them, and we just say if we hold it all the way up to that signing day, and if they don't sign, then we'll go on to the next guy. Because a lot of time by that time that date hits, they gonna, they ain't decided what they're gonna do anyway. So we don't, I sit around because once we offer, if we're gonna offer them, that means we really want them. So we're gonna be patient with it. But we're gonna have other kids too. We're looking at. So it happened this year. With all the kids we signed in February, we end up getting 85% of the kids we wanted, which is big. Because we were going in thinking, oh, cool, we'd be good. We get 50 or 40%. We got 85% of those kids. So which was very good. So that freshman class that we have coming in, we're gonna. We end up signing 23 of them. We're gonna probably have, I'm gonna say, at least half of them probably will start. And I think play well. So,
Coach, one of your first people that you went after was Anthony Mix Jr. How big was it knowing that players like that were still available?
Man, that was big.
Being at that level.
Man, that was big. When I first got in the door, I think within the first day or two, I heard about it. I said, "Oh, no brainer, y'all want him." Hey, I said, "When can he get here?" hey, for them down on them years, I know, especially knowing his dad and everybody. I was like, "Oh yeah, man, I've seen him play. You don't have to show me no film or anything." and the thing is, I know he was a good kid. That's what I know. So he and I, every day when I see it, me and him talk. So
yeah, that's big, man. How having people like me and a couple more people down here in this area, with the recruitment side, how does that help your budget having these type people that you don't have to buy a subscription for this or buy a subscription for that? People that you trust in this recruitment game to help you.
Yeah,
How big
man,
is that?
I'm telling you, that's big, man. With y'all, with y'all being down there, especially when And I first got the job, and, I was like, man, I got several I can call down there about some of the players. I don't, somebody give me a name, all I can do is just call you, Warren, whoever. Be like, tell me about this kid. Hey, I don't have to look at no film. I don't have to do nothing. I already got everything I need to know. I don't need to know nothing else about it. I said, hey, because y'all give me everything from what he done in high school, his family, his everything. So.
Oh yeah.
I'm good with it because naturally we had one of the coaches on the staff that's no longer with us on some of the kids, that he was trying to get, and I think he probably got 2 or 3 of the kids, and I think he sort of wanted, but we didn't go hard at it, but he ended up signing them. But and I laughed about it. I was telling the coaches, I said, yeah, he's from down that area, and he's coaching somewhere else now. I said, but I can tell you this, he's not gonna get majority of the ones that we want. I can tell you that because he's one man. I said, I got about several other ones down there. I just don't have to do different. I said, I ain't even worried about that.
Tell you.
I said, I got several other guys down there. I said, so I'm not even worried about him. He's only one man trying to recruit.
Cole, man, I never forget, man. You came to our showcases up in Evergreen. You and Aaron James, the coach over at Tuskegee. How did that help you familiarize yourself with our region when you came to them type showcases?
Man, just coming at showcase, I just remember, one that stood out in that one, and I think that's one of the things I was like, and I think at the time was 8, he was in the 8th or 9th grade, and that's when I told you all then, I said, man, that's the best kid out here. That's Ryan Williams. I said, man, that's the best kid out there. I'm looking at him like.
And then KJ, you remember KJ was a quarterback. You said, boy, that boy can throw that ball.
Yes. That's why I kept looking at a lot of them. I said, man, some good kids out here. And so, I still laugh about that right now. I was telling his dad about it when I came down there. I told him that's when I first saw his son.
Tell you, man, it's crucial though. A lot of people dodge that competition. Man, it ain't nothing like that competition, that unfamiliar competition. That man, you just gotta perform.
Yeah, and you have to go, and you get a lot of coaches, and I tell a lot of my coaches, I said, man, I see camps that everybody give. I said, a lot of time I know y'all don't really want to go. I said, but you just never know. There may be a 8th, 9th, or 10th grade in there, man, that won't forget you. I said, then to get to the point wherever you're at 3 or 4 years later, that may be the kid that you like, wow, man, I want him. That kid may come to you and say, hey, I remember you came to my camp. I said, you got the upper hand already.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's because they're not going to forget it, especially if you sit and talk with them.
Yeah. I know, Cole, boy, you be down there. I'll never forget that year. It was you, Jamarcus, Russell, everybody. And boy, you got down there with the BDs, and man.
Yeah.
Boy, that's all crazy. Boy, Anthony Mix was there. The dad and Ryan Williams was there. Everybody was there. Sterling Dixon. He transferred to North Carolina. You go Kevon McBride. You remember Kevon McBride? The kid that came to the showcase had to go to the basketball game and he had a double. Oh boy. And then Anthony Eagle, the kid you had playing safety, you said, boy, this boy here, he need to be at safety. I don't know about the wide receiver. He the wide receiver out of South. Man, that jump crazy, man. Just the kids. Trey Matthews.
Yep.
Talk about that, coach. A kid you saw at the showcase. You almost got him. You almost
got him. Boy, I had Trey for a while. I've been knowing Trey for. He came down to visit, but and I understand. He West Alabama. And I told him, I said, they still Division II also, right? I said, because they still Division II. I said, you might get a chance to play me too. So, and I understand. You have some kids, just certain schools they like going to, and I had to tell Trey too. I said, man, I'm happy for you. I said, I'm not mad at you. So, So, I'm still here. If something happens, well, you get tired of it.
That's the thing, Coach. In this era of college football, it's good to have a multiple relationships because you never know who will come back down to your level.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of talk about you ain't got to call out no names of kids, but just talk about the Division I kids that have inquired to come play Division II football.
Ooh, this year, I'm gonna just tell you, we probably got 5 kids that's in Division I that we're probably going to get coming in this fall, and me and the coach was talking, and we got at least 2 or 3. I told them, I said they might have 2 more years with us. I said, but the thing is, it's 2 kids that we can see on Sunday one day. If I can
Wow.
keep them 2 years,
Wow.
yeah.
Cole, you almost had a couple SEC kids.
One, he ended up going to JUCO, a linebacker, and then there was another kid ended up going. Where did he go? He went some. I forgot. Oh, I still might have one coming. I just found out yesterday. Oh, I just thought about it. Don't worry. Don't worry. I still got one. I just got to see if I can get him in. This one right here. Put it this way: if I can get this one, and quarterback situation that we have, whoever it is, and that's one of the things. We got one that started last year, then we got Knicks, that's in there. So whatever quarterback is in there, put it this way, we'll probably have a quarterback that probably throw for almost 3,000 yards if I get this receiver too.
Y'all heard it first. Coach, Sherman Williams get hired at Murphy. Coach, we gonna get off the college because we don't want you to get nobody no hints about who you about to get. Talk about the Alabama people, the alumni, the supporters that you just know that's gonna get behind a Sherman Williams being a head football coach at Murphy High School.
I tell you, man, when I heard that today, as a matter of fact, when I heard when you told me that, I immediately called him and told him congratulations. I think he'll get a lot of support, man, just because who he is, and that, like you said, the Alabama support side of it, man. They're, especially when one of them get a job, either high school or college, or whatever. You'll have everybody from the athletic department. Like when I got the Miles job, I had some of the coaches down there in Alabama sent me a message, social media, and then the president of Alabama sent me a letter also, saying congratulations. So, the support of, some of the Alabama fans that, already been telling me they coming to Miles College game. I said, well, I told us be ready for a treat for the band then. So it's big support, man. Even with some of the Auburn guys, I'm sure they support them the same way. But for some reason, you have to think about it. This year it's been a spread of a lot of former players getting the different head jobs. And one of them you can look down at West Alabama. He got several. Cochran got several guys that's on his staff that played Alabama.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, I got 1 or 2 Alabama guys want to come on my staff right now, so I'm just waiting probably to the summer to see what's going on.
Man, I'm telling you, man, a lot of people don't understand that brotherhood that y'all have, Coach. What is it called? What y'all call it, Coach?
Bama Sci-Fi.
Bama Sci-Fi.
Hey, Coach, I want to add something too. KT, we was talking about it, how big it is that he got named the head coach, being a Bama alum at Murphy High School, which is like the original feeder school for Alabama. And even right now, they have a Murphy University Center Academy, which is a partnership they have with UA and Bishop State.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
So when we talk about the academic side of it and the athletic side of it, look at the double whammy that they just did with that.
Oh man, that's a huge hire, man.
Yeah,
I'm telling
it
you.
is, man. And I, you know, I think Sherman gonna come in and do a great job. He gonna bring a little extra there to them they probably hadn't had in a while too. Some things he's gonna probably do. Because I know he's gonna get a lot of, especially with the university and some of the things he's been doing. He's gonna take it a step further forward.
Yeah.
You know, Jared Jones still love him.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. So it's gonna be interesting to see. You know,
I think Warren said. I think Warren said call them the Burford Cowboys.
Mhm.
I'll tell you.
I called him today and told congratulations, and I told him I beat out. He said, man, you better make sure you stop and see me. So,
Tell you, man.
mm-hmm.
Cole, just off the top of your head, how many former Alabama players you think it's got to be over 100 coaching college, and we ain't gonna talk about high school. I know it's probably more than that.
From high school to college to NFL, and head coaches, and this, usually they have a list they send out on our site. And there's always been a lot of guys, on the list. So, I'm sure by the time it hit the summer, once everything gets settled in, they'll send another list out where everybody's at.
Coach, you're gonna have to do a coaching clinic or something, Coach.
Oh, I am. I'm definitely gonna do one. We're just trying to set dates right now, and trying to get in May, June, or something like that. We can do a lot of different coaches clinic.
Coach Perry said today, now, if you're looking for a site, you got one at LaFleur.
Okay. Might come down there and do one.
Telling you, come on, do one of those satellite camps, man. That'll be huge.
Oh yeah,
that'll be huge. Tell you, man, Coach, man, just talk about the typical day. What time you start and what time you probably end every night. I know some people like that probably.
It's funny you said that because I was about to say I get up at 4 a.m. and practice at 5. I tell you, when we first started, I already knew the times because when Sam, Shaves and Coach Ruff, and when they was doing it, I always mess with them about it. They get up early in the morning. I said, man, good luck, man. I said, by the time y'all eat breakfast, get ready to go your first meeting at 9 or 8, I be just getting up. So now I'm like, man, I'm getting up at 4, man. And, early morning, it don't take me that long to drive over there, like 30 minutes. But, getting out there, we had to turn the lights on and, starting at 5 and getting out there by 7:30. Kids eat lunch, and then we have a 9 o'clock meeting. We finish our 9 o'clock meeting. We got 11 o'clock meeting with 9 o'clock with the coaches, then 11 o'clock with the players, for an hour. Then we go from there to go to lunch, and then we come back and have another meeting. Then we finish up our day on just recruiting and a lot of things we got to do, and then start over the next day. So at 1, 2, and 3 o'clock, all the players are lifting weights. So we have to, each coach, I send them over there either 1, see who all showed up at 2 or 3. So now we got a day for them because we have one day that we don't do anything. We got a day that we call punishment day. If they don't show up, practice on time. If they don't if it's something to do with class, if they don't show up to the weight, we get them out there on the field. They doing barrel crawls and everything. We're not playing with them when they do that. It's like, oh, okay, it's punishment day. You didn't show up, so this is what happens.
Yeah,
I got to get that workup out you.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I said this last night on the show. I said you either there or you not there. It ain't. Yeah, you get excused, but you still gonna have to, get back up to speed with the team.
I joke with one of the kids that one day on the field, like 4 or 5 of them out there. So my coaches, whatever position if it's DB, my DB coach had to get up and work them out, or if it's Andre or whoever it is. So, but I just go out there and watch them. So You know, so the ones that we know that's on scholarship money, I always laugh at them because I come out there, I put a couple dollars in my pocket, I be walk. I said, man, this is what you got right here, right? I said, you keep on doing this. I said, as I'm sure we're gonna happen. I empty my pocket, ain't nothing in it. I said, you ain't gonna have nothing. I just keep on doing it. I said, yes, you keep on doing it. I said, right now, this is money in the pocket. I said, I'm telling you, I'm gonna go in my back pocket. I'm gonna pull both pockets. I pull both pockets of this empty. They laughed. They said, Coach, you silly. I said, all right, keep doing it. Find out.
Well, no, Coach. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, it's a standard, man. And you know, that's why, man, it's important for parents to put their kids on a discipline program.
Oh yeah.
Because man, when you get to college, man, you're on your own.
Yeah,
You know,
it
so to
is,
speak.
man. Especially you doing all that running and you bear crawling, you doing everything, man. You're tired and we'll make them roll we'll make them roll the whole field. So I just laughed at one of the kids. He got down to the end. When he made it to the end, I said, stand up, man. Let me talk to you. I said, one of these days, do you ask yourself, do I really want to play football, isn't it? He said, look, he say what? And I say it again. He say what? I said, oh, you hear what I said? I said, day one today, you feel like you don't really want to play football, huh? He's like, no, Coach, I ain't gonna quit. I said, well, you gonna make that choice. You keep on missing days, though. I said, you ain't gonna have to quit. I'm gonna make you quit. That's because I'm gonna tell you stay at home.
And you know, parents need to hear that, Coach. They need to hear that because a lot of them so used to, going up there swinging and over with the coach. On that college level, man, it's the next best player up. And it's a lot of great players. you know.
What you saying? The parent want to do what in college?
They be trying to smooth it over with the coach, go up there.
Oh, no. That ain't gonna happen. I had all the parents. I told the kids I still got to talk to some of their parents, and I'm letting them know, man, this is not high school. We ain't I'm gonna send you a report on your son doing wrong. That's it. I said, don't come try to talk to me about nothing though, because you'll never get because there's too many kids on the team.
Yeah, Coach. Have y'all got to the scrimmage phase yet? Were y'all doing your scrimmages yet, or you just
every day? Yeah, we're doing install, but every day we do a team. We do 7-on-7, so it's kind of we just not really taking them to the ground right now because we got a lot of kids, man, that they really didn't play last year, so we kind of taking it easy. But when we get back next week, we will do that because I think next Saturday we will have a scrimmage.
Oh,
yeah. On Saturday we will do it.
Man, that's gonna be big there.
Coach,
how many kids you got out there, Coach?
Hey, Coach,
we got 82.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Coach? Coach Holland?
That was me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what'd you say, Warren?
How many stepping up into them leadership roles, Coach, for you?
We got a couple of them. They slowly doing it because I stay on them about the leadership side of it. So we got defense. I identified 2 or 3. We got some on the offensive side of it. So they kind of change because that's one of the things I talk about every day, man. After practice, who gonna be the leaders? Who gonna step up and So we got a couple of them. They're starting to do it because you got to think about it. We had 20-something guys that left. A lot of them were starters last year. And then we had a lot of them that seniors also. So some of these guys right now still, there's pretty good players still trying to find their way. So when they didn't realize, I think they didn't got to the point they realize right now they're going to have to do it. So, I let them know. I said, either you do it now, when it comes summer and fall come, you're going to have somebody new going to be your leader.
I'm telling you.
So I said, I got some coming in. There's some dogs too. I hear them barking. They fell out laughing. I got some. I said, right now, I told them in the meeting one day after practice. I said, man, y'all hear that? They said, what that? I said, I hear them dogs. They ready to come, and y'all sitting here playing around.
I'm telling
Coach, I never forget, Coach, when you were talking about your coaches saying, boy, yeah, them dogs gonna turn into deer dogs.
Yeah. Yep.
Telling you. But that joke was too funny that day. I said, I never heard nobody say no deer dog.
you. Yeah.
We're gonna be looking crazy. Tell you, man. What have you noticed the most, Coach? Just size wise, speed wise on that Division 2 level compared to Division 1. I know you probably don't see too much difference.
Oh, it is. It is. It's a different. It's a different. It's a different when you look at that D2 and D1 player. On size wise, it is. You're gonna have, and the way I'm recruiting, I had to tell all my coaches because, I got two of the coaches that's still on the staff, and so one of them, he's kind of, first year coach, and so some of the guys he's kind of recruiting size wise, and I let him know that what I'm looking for. I said I'm not looking for some of the typical D2 guy. I said I'm sorry. I said and when I say that, meaning on the line side of it, I said the ones you recruiting. I said that's not what we're looking for. I said I said, now he got to be a true dog. I said, for to do it. I said, but we got guys that's 6'3", 6'4", 6'2", that's the same. I said, why you recruiting a 5'10" guy? So and he's doing a better job of that now because, before anybody that we sign and we recruit, it got to go by me. So he sent it to him and I look at it and then I'm like, no, it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry.
Oh, he's crazy, man.
I'm like, hey, I said, you still trying to? I said, I'm trying to recruit like D1 level. I said, and athletic wise, you still get the same type of player. I said, but you trying to get the ones and we got some that's real can play. I said, but that's not the size we're looking for right now. I said, because we playing a lot of D1 schools, and they're gonna have these guys 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" linemen. Now, I can't tell you on offense. We got a lineman that's 6'10". We got two or three that's 6'6", 6'7". They can move.
God, dog,
Oh yeah. The strength on our defense is gonna be that linebacker and defensive end. And I got some inside guys that's gonna be pretty good. I got one of my former players that played the GOODE Elite. He's on my team now. That I got to get him to lose about 20 pounds though.
Big Chevy.
Yeah, Big Chevy. Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Chevy Condry, boy. Mm-hmm. God, dog. Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Cole Hollis, that's one of them old Alabama State boys that
Yep.
He left Alabama State, y'all. He ended up Division 1 transfer.
He was just down last semester at Troy.
Yeah.
As soon as I got the job in January, he said, "Oh, class started. I'm coming to you." Mm-hmm.
Talk about that, Coach. Coming from the prep school level and coming to Division 2, how did that help you? Because, man, you beat some teams down there. You won a national championship down there as well. So, conference championship. Talk about that, man. How that help you, with this transition.
Man, that's funny you mentioned that because, I got one of the coaches that was at Birmingham Southern. He coached in prep also. So he and I sit and laugh about it because, when we talk about players that we get, it's like we always, say we at least have 5 guys on our team that could be D1, and they might not get picked up and may get picked up by D2 or D3 or go to JUCO. So we laughed about the quality of players that we do get in prep school. And the thing is on how much harder it was, with a lot of guys, because of, being a prep school, they don't have the funds to really pay on some of them. And, practice wise, trying to find somewhere to practice and, do all that. And so, So when I got at Miles, the process and what I really wanted was pretty easy. Because I'm like, man, I was in prep school. I had, I had guys in prep school. Some of the guys who got in Miles right now that, if they were the first or second year team, I would have beat them.
Yeah.
So that transition to me, it made it better for me to understand the process of what kids I wanted. Because I knew it was possible. Because if you get a 6'3", 6'4" kid, in prep school, there's no way you shouldn't be able to get it in D2.
Exactly.
There's no way. But you got some D2 schools that they sell it for. And I tell my coach, I'm not gonna settle for that. It's not gonna. It's too many kids out there. We just got to be patient. Our strong suit this year gonna. I gotta get 3 more nice interior linemen. We got the edge guys, we got the linebackers, and we got the secondary. So we got some dogs coming off that edge this year. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna probably have I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have 3 or 4 guys gonna be all conference this year. Gonna be, there's gonna be some freshmen too, at least 2 of them.
God, dog. Coach, a lot of Mobile people want to know. They say we want truck. We want truck.
we do too. We do too. I know he's sitting there at home. I already told him. Yesterday I told him what I needed from him. So,
No.
I'm trying to figure out, what position we're gonna play him in, because I asked him how, what was it? He said about 6'2.5", 6'3", 280, 285. I said, you gonna be inside? I said, you inside guy.
Cole, you put him inside, Cole. He gonna be the quickest
I said, man, you
tackler.
quick. I said, man, you would murder this league. And I got Chevy as a 3 technique too.
Ooh, Warren, just imagine that.
Man,
Big Chevy and truck at D tackles. Oh my God.
My goodness.
Boy, that's illegal. Oh Lord.
Hey, Coach, I would say you got the
They would be able to
linebackers
win the play,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My highlight player gonna be one of my DNs, and it's gonna be a safety from down in y'all area.
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah.
Oh Lord.
I just gotta wait on him though.
God.
See Hugh Fountain died, bro.
Huh?
Hugh Fountain passed away, bro.
He died?
Yep.
Who?
Coach at W.S. Neal.
Wow. Yeah, he been battling cancer.
He just found out last week. He had stage 4. They were trying to catch him.
Yeah, it moved fast on him then. It probably got to spread it too far on him.
Yeah. He went to MD Anderson.
Fellas, I gotta get off here. It's what, 10:30.
Hey man, you better get on out of here, Cole, man. You gonna be up early in the morning. Like clockwork.
With the wet grass and the deer.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Cole, man, we appreciate you coming on, man.
All right,
we gotta keep up with you, man. We gonna mess around, have a Miles College show on here in a minute.
All right. Hey, just let me know. We can do it once a week.
There it is.
I probably get me, Andre, and a couple of coaches on.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, we'll do that. God no. Yeah, Coach, man. We ain't gonna hold you up, Coach.
All right. Hey, y'all have a good night.
All right, man.
Coach. All right.
Yeah, man. Let it all out Monday, y'all. God. Let it all out Monday. Don't owe us nothing.